This is CGTN, China Global Television Network.
Hello and welcome to CGTN's special program, the Winter Olympics 5G Express Beijing to Zhangjiakou. I'm your host, Greg Lafredi, and today, with less than a month to go until the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympics, we're going to tell you about some of the many things to look forward to at the Games, and in particular, the many technological achievements that will be showcased, including 5G, AR, and the high-speed train linking the competition zones. Now, the Beijing Winter Olympics will be divided into 3 competition zones: Beijing, Yanqing, and Zhangjiakou, as you can see on the map in front of me. Now, almost all of the ice events, plus one snow event, will take place in Beijing. That one event is the Big Air. Yanqing will host alpine skiing and the sliding events, while in Zhangjiakou, it will be the remaining snow events. Now, connecting the 3 competition zones are 2 high-speed trains. By using the latest 5G plus 4K and 8K plus AI technology, and here is the train, arriving on our studio platform just in time. Now, on this train, the China Media Group has set up a special studio on a carriage on the train from Beijing to Zhangjiakou, from which we will be able to conduct live streaming. The studio represents a major advance in technology. It will be the first time in the world to record and broadcast with Ultra HD streaming on a high-speed train. We would very much like to share it with our global counterparts and together present a wonderful and extraordinary Beijing 2022 Winter Olympics to the world. And now joining us from inside the train is my colleague Tianwei. Hello there, Tianwei. Please tell us more about this unique new studio.
Winter Games. Beijing already hosted by then already 5 of the Olympics.
Yeah, we have to say we're so lucky, our hometown can be the very first city in the world.
Seeing color and also has Olympic atmosphere.
Travel from Beijing to Yanqing and another 30 operation itself. The train is equipped with
Winter Games. Oh, we are moving,
yeah.
Aren't we? Wow, we are setting off toward Zhangjiakou. As you said, it is stable. 是确实很平稳。
是的。
跑起来也会这样吗？
越快越平稳。
The faster stable.
Faster, just more stable. Okay, we're looking forward to it. So there are 3 zones, in fact, in Beijing, Zhangjiakou, and Yanqing. Beijing is more ice sports, or the
37 sports. Primarily on ice.
Okay.
With only a few exceptions, the snow big air.
And also Yanqing and Zhangjiakou are mainly ice sports.
And this train links the 3 locations from downtown Beijing to Yanqing and then finally to Zhangjiakou.
This train is actually going to run about 350 kilometers per hour. So this is the specialty about this train along this journey on a fast-moving express train.
Will bring to us. Can tell us more. So actually, in the studio, we have 5G network in the Beijing-Zhangjiakou high-speed railway. So the train is in a moving state.
I want to show you the signal signs right above me. It says next station Taizicheng. Another thing I want to show you the beautiful sights over here. You can get a very wintry view over here. So we have just got departure over here, and then you can see a beautiful scene right outside. Now, I want to show you this skiing equipment locker over here because certainly this train is designed for the Winter Olympics, so it's also a very important commute tool for ski lovers. So this is the place where actually they can put in their snowboards, just like buckling up. There are so many possibilities going on this train, and there are many reporters passing by, and they have invited so many reporters on this train.
Well, for the 5G network, when we are building the 5G studio, we mentioned that we have to achieve the 350 kilometers per hour. This is one of the challenges. And also, for For the railway, we have over 100 tunnels and also some highland areas. And also we have some soundproof equipment. And in the carriage, we also have some soundproof equipment. This will also minimize the transmission of the 5G signal. We have to conquer all of those difficulties. So this time, we have to figure out how to do it in the 5G studio. But how?
That is the key issue, isn't it?
Well, I would like to use one example. And in the carriage, so we are using the mounted vehicle 5G antenna. So by having that, we are able to connect the signal from outside. So this is one point. And also when we are passing the tunnel, for some of the communication carriers, they are building up a lot of the base station with the leaky cable. So this will enable the 5G signal coming inside of the carriage. So all of these are the issues.
Really appreciate it. So I guess we are already having a lot of information bringing to you about how this 5G Express work. We will later continue to discover other highlights of this train. And that's it for me now. And back to you, Greg, in the Beijing studio.
Thank you very much, Qianwei. You all look very comfortable there, I must say. We'll catch up with you further down the line. Welcome back to CGTN's special program, the Winter Olympics 5G Express from Beijing to Zhangjiakou. Now, during the Winter Olympics, Zhangjiakou will host a bunch of events, including ski jumping, cross-country skiing, biathlon, and freestyle skiing plus snowboarding. Now, here in front of me is one of the new state-of-the-art venues constructed specially for the Games, the National Ski Jumping Center, nicknamed Snow Ruyi because it resembles a traditional Ruyi scepter, a Chinese talisman. Now, the venue has the largest number of projects and the highest technical difficulty of any of the new constructions for the Games. It was built in an area where the natural shape of the land closely matches the requirements of the venue, which of course minimize damage to the environment during construction. Now, beginning on February 5th, it will host 5 ski jumping events plus the 3 Nordic combined events. Now, China's newest and arguably already biggest winter sports star is Gu Ailing. As a 17-year-old, she took the sport by storm, bursting onto the scene by winning 2 gold medals in women's slopestyle and halfpipe, plus a bronze in the big air. She then followed that up by repeating the feat. We're winning the same 2 gold medals and bronze at the Freestyle Skiing World Championships. Now 18 years old, the Chinese sensation has picked up right where she left off this season by winning 5 golds in 1 month, and she has a very real chance to claim all 3 golds at the Beijing Winter Olympics. Curling is the longest running competition at the Winter Olympics, and it will start on February 2nd. That's 2 days before the opening ceremony, and conclude on February 20th, the final day of the Games. The first event is mixed doubles, which consists of teams of 2 people, 1 man and 1 woman. And hosts China will open the round robin by taking on Switzerland at 8:05 p.m. Beijing time. Beijing 2022 will be only the 2nd Olympics in which mixed doubles curling has been contested. In Pyeongchang 2018, China came 4th place with their team of Wang Rui and Ba Dexin, while Switzerland came 2nd, so China can expect a difficult opening match. There are also the traditional men's and women's competition in which teams of 4 face off, and all 3 curling events start with the same format. A round robin, then they move to the playoffs to decide the medalists. Now, for more about curling, here is a short introductory video that is part of our 1-minute, 1 sport series that will help get you up to speed with the basics of one of the oldest games on ice. Well, there you have it, and curling will take place at the National Aquatic Center, which is one of the iconic venues from the 2008 Beijing Summer Olympics, when it hosted swimming, diving, and other events, and is affectionately known as the Water Cube. Now, the venue was repurposed for Beijing 2022 and transformed into what you see before me now, the Ice Cube. What we see here are 3 sheets. In the actual venue, there will be 4, which means that up to 4 matches can be played at the same time. Now, in the future, after the Beijing Winter Olympics and Paralympics conclude, this venue will go through the same transformation each winter. It will become a fantastic winter sports destination open to the public. Welcome back. CGTN's special program, the Winter Olympics 5G Express Beijing to Zhangjiakou continues, and we are going to rejoin my colleague Tian Wei, who is whizzing along on the high-speed train en route to Zhangjiakou right now.
We are on a smooth journey all the way from earlier at the Qinghe Station to Taizicheng. We already passed earlier the Guanting Reservoir, which is one of the most beautiful scenic spots along this express road.
Passing it very fast, but I still took some glimpse. It was memorable. Guanting actually was a childhood name for me. I learned about the reservoir when I was just a young kid, and yeah, but it's still far away for urban Beijing residents. Now it takes less than maybe 20-30 minutes for them to get here.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Earlier we were passing not only the reservoir but also several tunnels. In fact, I can hear through my earpiece very well, both to hearing Greg and also other reporters, as well as the reports we are playing on the air. So as a journalist here, I feel perfectly at home.
You can see the little stuffed animal, the figures here, and also you can see a mini curling right here. It's pink, and this is, I think, it's the paper money, RMB, being crumbled and being stuck inside to emphasize the idea of green and recycle Winter Olympic idea. And also you can see it's very busy out here. This is also the kitchen and mini bar for them to prepare foods. You can see some of the service assistants are lining here. There is a vending machine on my right hand side, full with snacks and soft drinks, so you can really get a full experience of the train ride. So any expectation for the Winter Games?
Yes, I am Russian, and I will I hope that Olympic Games will be successful, and I'm sure that Beijing and all the Olympic sports really prepared for this game. And really interesting impression. I can feel that the signal is very stable. You can see tunnel, but the signal is really good. And I told you before, no shake. You can see, for example, bottle of water.
Wow. Ooh. I didn't realize that you can do this.
So really very high quality of the screen, and I'm sure it will help us to do our work as reporters as good as possible.
Jiao Yunfei now is still sitting with me in the 5G Express studio. Good to see you.
Thank you for
having me. That was a nice report.
Yeah, I've been going back and forth between Beijing and Zhangjiakou for many times. I'm a semi-expert of train, but this time, something like this, first time.
First time, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what is it like for you, first time?
Well, visually everything is the same, but what is different is the unvisual 5G connection, which is so cool.
Definitely. When you think about how things would work on this train, it's really amazing. It's almost like a grand transformation, isn't it?
Absolutely. You probably don't see it in the surface, but actually every small step of technical improvement needs so much effort.
As a piece of cake. everything.
As a piece
in
of
this
cake
studio.
for CMG and CGTN.
In the studio as a piece of cake. And experiencing that with us, not only you sitting here, but also Dan Williams, who's in Chicago, our correspondent, joining us through Zoom. Dan, can you hear me? Tell me more about your experiences, covering the earlier Olympics, and how did you like it? We are sitting on this moving express. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, it looks incredible, I have to say. Very jealous for not being there. Just looks incredible. My father's, in fact, a huge train enthusiast, and although more his focus was on steam trains, I have to say he would absolutely love to be riding on such a modern train as that 5G Express.
We are already entering into tunnel, but we can hear you, we can see you very well. Dan Williams, thank you so much. Have a great day there. It is not just the 5G here. It is also the AR and the VR technology. And our reporter, in fact, Yunfei has been having a lot of experiences with those technologies on this train. So Yunfei, tell us more about how it works for this game.
Absolutely. So we talk about 5G. It actually is the speed. It's all about the delay. So when we have 5G, there's a small delay when people communicate. What does that mean? That means that even when we're not in the same space, let's say we are doing FaceTime or we are doing Zoom or whatever things, there is no delay. So that allows reporters to communicate with each other without any geographical concern, just as what we did with them. But we did something even more interesting. Yeah? So we used, as you said, AI and our AR technology, and my colleague Sensu and I try out some things, new technologies, to see how this one is got applied on this train.
Show us.
See how we met in Metaverse. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
And what about, can you see me?
I can see you very clearly.
Yeah, I can see you very well. How are you?
I'm good, just a bit tired.
I know, I can tell. Busy with Olympics, right?
Mm-hmm, lots of things happening.
Any fun stories have you covered?
Well, I've spoken to lots of athletes and also about the preparation for the upcoming Winter Games, and also check out stadiums, a lot of fun things.
All right, I think we're all set. Shall we get started? Okay. Hello, and welcome to CGTN. Today we're going to talk about how technologies are applied to Olympics news coverage. We are on this high-speed bullet train. Well, in fact, I'm all by myself because...
Because we are not in the same space. Yunfei, the weather seems to be so nice out there.
Yeah, I hope you can feel the train romance, although you're not at all on this train.
Well, I guess this technology will allow us to do the interviews during Winter Games without any geographical concerns.
To some extent, yes. And you know what?
What?
You can barely feel the delay.
Well, I guess this is where the 5G technology comes in, and it will allow us to send in story pretty quickly, I guess.
Yeah. What they did is that they built enough 5G signal towers along the Beijing-Zhangjiakou railway so that they can ensure a full 5G plus 4K transmission.
I guess that's such a good news for the press because, especially for reporters, we need to send in our stories. You can also produce and deliver live shows.
That is a technological breakthrough of CMG, CGTN's parent company.
I'm definitely looking forward to the exceptional coverage at the upcoming Winter Games in days to come.
And we had Ziyuan earlier on the footage in the reports, and now she's sitting here with us. It's wonderful to see the duet is taking place live. So how it works?
If this is not a show, I want to play it twice. It's so fancy.
So how does that work from your perspective?
So I was sitting in a green room, so I'm not on the train with Yunfei, but it's such a big deal and quite a relief for us because we are running around to cover the Winter Games. So it's good that we can have our guests be somewhere else and we are able to talk to them. So that's quite a relief for us.
It's so crucial right now. particularly because of the pandemic, right? When we talk to analysts, when we talk to sports commentators from different parts of the world, they're going to join us through different kind of social media platforms. It's wonderful like that. I know also both of you were covering different carriages running around this train this time. I know this is a very virgin trip, in fact, for this 5G Express. So compared to earlier experiences where you can stop at different stations, how is this time?
It's just like an express, you know.
It is an express.
It is. I mean, just connecting two stations with Taichung and Beijing. You can certainly tell that this is definitely a train designed for the Winter Olympics within less than 1 hour.
This is such a short trip. I don't want to go, but we are arriving at Taichung Station. You know, Taichung is one of the venues for the 2022 Winter Olympic Games. All skiing events other than alpine skiing area scheduled to be held here. During the 2022 Winter Olympic Games, CGTN will cover the latest actions with our own studio set inside the closed loop. Sports scenes also. Our program has a Special Olympic coverage plan, including the AR studio, which will take the audience on an immense journey to the games, even if they cannot be there in person. And we are arriving safe and sound, just like that. A piece of cake is the thing I said the most today, right?
Yeah.
It
also,
is.
the water bottle on the bicep. I was like, wow, really? I didn't thought of that.
Yes, yes. Maybe next time we test the 3 of them. Let's see how it works in front of each of us.
Sure.
But anyway, we are at the Taichung Station. You know, when the express train is setting out from the northern station of downtown Beijing to Zhangjiakou, it is going to cover 11 stations. Today, we're having a short trip, shorter than the 11 stations. It is to test the technologies. It is to test the journalism skills. And now I can say that we're doing a great job, isn't it? High five! High
Yes.
five! There we go. And that's all we have from this special segment on the train in this 5G Express. And back to you, Greg, in Beijing studio. We miss you already.
Thank you, Tae-Wei. Thank you very much for taking us along on this groundbreaking, although really more accurate to say, speed-breaking journey. That concludes our special program, the Winter Olympics 5G Express from Beijing to Zhangjiakou. Make sure to make CGTN your source for everything related to the Games and for all the results and highlights during the Beijing 2022 Olympic and Paralympic Winter Games. Now, from myself, Greg Lafredi, on behalf of all the team, thanks for watching.